If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to the Low Scale Gaming podcast, the week of August 17th. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest, and as always, I'm joined by Conan Jones and Inferior Mage. Conan Jones, how you doing today?
I'm doing
great.
What?
I just wanted the best for Conan Jones because he says the same thing every week.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean,
Get called out, Conan. Dang.
I usually am doing all right. Like,
God forbid Conan has a good week.
I'm just messing with him.
Mage is
Because I love
being
Conan.
negative police here today, I guess.
I mean,
Usually it's me.
it's Friday. Or no, today's Saturday.
No, it's Saturday.
It's the weekend, so it's like I'm in a good mood.
You know Rebecca Black has a Saturday song?
Uh-oh.
I did not. I thought her thing was Friday.
Yeah, but she also has a Saturday song. And I swear to God, like at the end of the song, it's like them all waking up on Sunday morning with like hangovers and stuff.
Aren't they all supposed to be like 12?
Exactly.
Or like 14 or something.
Like 14, 15. Like that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that
Man. Their high school life was much different from my high school life.
Right? Like my high school life was going to school, going to band, either having something after school with band, or going over to my friend's house and sitting on their porch until the street lights went on, and then I had to go home. That was my high school life.
Sounds pretty comparable. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like
Yeah, mine was pretty much go to school, then go home.
that's because you didn't have any friends.
I know I had plenty of friends at school. I just didn't like hanging out with them afterward.
He's just trying to say that because no one wanted to hang out with him.
Okay. Well, bye. I have no friends then, so I guess I'll just leave.
Inferior Mage, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I've had like a headache all morning, and then I took medicine and it finally went away. But like,
Imagine that.
it was stupid.
All right, so I got a stupid story for y'all that like just happened like maybe 30, 40 minutes ago. So I'm sitting there making dinner. I was making chicken fried rice, macaroni and cheese, and sweet peas for dinner. It's a good combination of food, you know. So I'm pouring out the macaroni to like in the strainer and stuff. And I guess I don't get the strainer all the way into the sink. So like some of it shoots out and like pours onto my stomach, onto my leg. To where I just have like boiling water like just like burn me. Like it's not so much that my leg hurts at all, but it's like my stomach, like right where it was at, just like hurts really bad. Like it feels like it's not blistering though. Because I put as soon as it happened, I put ice on it. Like I didn't even finish the macaroni. Also, I saved the macaroni, so that's the win of the week.
That's the important part.
That's the important thing right there.
Macaroni was saved.
Macaroni was saved. But yeah, I just got this. That's how my day's kind of going. Is I got a burn on me, and then this entire week has been a fail of the week. Another stupid story.
Have we actually got into fails though?
No, we're not. We're not getting the fails yet because this is. I have like three or four fails just from like Monday on.
All right, let's just do like a fail sandwich so you can go.
No,
and then I can go.
I'm not going yet. I'm not going. I'm not. We're not in that. We're not there yet. I'm giving an update on my test.
Oh, okay.
The sad part is that's not like there's more to it. You had a worse week.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you know how last week I'm on the podcast, I'm like freaking out, whatever. I'm thinking I'm gonna fail this test, whatever. So I go there to the place in Oklahoma City, go up there and like it's general music test / vocal. Keep that in mind. So I'm sitting there just like, okay, whatever, general music, I'll be fine. It's fine if I do vocal stuff, it comes up, but whatever, I'll get through it. Like little by little, I'm realizing that this test is like just vocal music. Like it's telling me like, hey, what's the tuning of a what's the tuning range of like a baritone, or what's this? And it was like but what, and then there was like other things like in this music piece, who's singing? And it's like a woman's choir. I'm like, okay. So they just keep giving me answers or questions and questions like that and stuff. And then I'm realizing more and more that like maybe I'm taking the wrong test.
Quite possibly.
It doesn't get until the very last question. And then I get to the last question and it's an essay question. I'm just like, this has nothing to do with instrumental music. What in the world? So I'm like, I get done with the test, whatever. I go and talk with the people. I'm just like, did I take the instrument test or the vocal test, or are they the same test? And she looks at me and she's like, there's two different tests, sir. I was like, what?
You just went to school for this long. You should know that these are multiple tests.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was multiple tests, first of all. Okay. Secondly, the stupidest thing is I've spent my entire summer studying for this test. Okay? I hope you got that ASMR.
Yeah, I got it.
A little loud, the ASMR.
I spent my entire summer studying for this test, and it's the wrong test. And I'm pretty sure I passed this test. Like, I'm like 80% sure I passed this test.
That's kind of the worst part.
But I won't know until the 6th. So, there's that. But I just feel so stupid for taking the wrong test. But then Saturday was like fine for the rest of the day. Or Monday, or Friday, sorry. Friday was fine for the rest of the day. I took my my mom out for her birthday dinner. She wouldn't wear the sombrero at the Mexican place, so I was very upset about it because that was the only reason why I wanted to take her out there.
I kind of do have a story about something like that.
Such a party pooper.
Yeah.
And then after that, I didn't really do anything else until work started on Tuesday. But we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Coden Jones, what is your fail of the week? Or do you want to do this fail sandwich?
Well, it sounded like you had multiple.
I have like 4, I think.
Okay, so we can go. Ghost
has
fail.
had a rough week.
I've had an awful week, dude.
So we can
I
go.
think I have a fail for every day of the week. I think.
Right.
I think I really do.
So we go Ghost Conan, Ghost Mage, Ghost Topic Boy.
Okay. Yes. So Monday.
Extra long podcast this week.
So Monday, I get it was 5:00 in the morning. I get a message from my my old free company, is my guild in Final Fantasy, telling me that they're replacing me because they don't want to raid on the weekends anymore. After promising me for a month that they were raiding on the weekends and it wasn't going to be an issue. And it wasn't going to be an issue for them to like raid on the weekends. And I was waking up at 3 a.m. to raid with them on Saturday and Sunday. So it wasn't an issue, to be honest. I mean, because then I'd just go right back to sleep or something. But he was like 5:32. I get a message from him. He's like, hey, I got some bad news. We're going to have to replace you because we want to raid Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday now.
It's not you. It's us.
Yeah. After promising me for a month that they were just going to raid on the weekends. And I was very upfront with them. I was like, hey, I go back to work on the on this week. Okay, I cannot raid during the week that day. Okay, we have to do it on the weekends. Like, I'll wake up at whatever time I have to on the weekends. But I need, like, it's just to be on Saturday and Sunday. And I mean, if you want to push for a third day, I'll wake up at Friday at 3 a.m. and just suffer with work all day. But I'll be okay because Friday's an easy day. But they replaced me, and I was super salty about it. And that was the start of my week, and it only gets better from there. Inferior Maze, what is your fail of the week?
Well, my fail of the week is that I had spent an obscene amount of time at a car dealership. So my sister, after 20 years, finally gets her license. So great for her. Oh, 1 second.
Nice.
1 second.
I'm pretty sure I heard them call her his name.
I'll mark it. I'm trying to like mark it because like my dog's out back, and he sits outside my window and barks at the neighbor dog.
I would love him.
So I'm just like, I think the neighbor dog is getting like super pissy at my puppers. So I just yelled at. Excuse me.
Hey, I'm super sorry about that.
No, you're good. We're
all good.
Vamping time. So she spent 8 hours at the car dealership.
Yeah, so I spent an obscene amount of time. So we got there. So she had done a whole bunch of research, and so we go to this car dealership in Tulsa, and it's a pretty decent sized car dealership. Didn't look sketchy at all. And the car she got was really well priced online. And so we go there, and it turns out that they didn't have the car in the lot, but it was in there. It was because, like, I guess the guy who owns this place owns like multiple car dealerships.
Yeah,
in the area, of course. It was just
sounds like what happened with me. Keep going though.
So it was on another dealership's lot. So they're like, "Oh, it's no big deal. We'll just go get it." And so they go. We have to wait like an hour for them to come back with the car. And so we go and test drive it, and it's great. Like, honestly, this car was kind of like a too good to be true type thing. But
what kind of car is it?
It's a 2017 Ford Focus. It only had 45,000 miles on it, and it was really nice looking. It drove real well, and it was like 11,000, I think, which really isn't that terrible.
Okay.
So we test drive it and everything else. We're really happy with the car. I look at the engine and we get it checked out and stuff. I read the Carfax on it. It's been serviced pretty well. It was only owned one time. Nothing was wrong with it. All right, so we're like, okay, well, we'll go. We want to get this car, and so we go over there and we're talking. And of course, they're like, giving us some bullshit numbers, and we're like, no, we don't want that. We have this budget, and so he goes over there, says nothing to his manager for a little while, makes us sweat it out, I guess, comes back, gives another crappy number, and we're like, no.
Yeah.
So we do this little dance. Well, so we finally finish all that stuff, and it's like 8.
Nice.
20-ish. And we got there at 5:30, I want to say.
Yeah.
So we've already spent 3 hours there.
Nice.
And so we finally settled on like where our range was and everything else. And so the next thing is to actually have it processed through the financial division.
Yeah.
Well, because it was on another dealership's lot, owned by the same people, like they're like, well, it's going to take a little bit of time. We have to transfer the car over to ours in order to make the sale. So we're over here. Yeah, it's real dumb. Okay, so we're over here sitting there, and then like 30 minutes later, they're like, "So, is it possible for you guys to come in tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Dude, the reason why we came here in the afternoon was because I have work. I can't come in tomorrow." And he's like, and my sister was the same way. She's like, "Yeah, I have to go back to school the next day." And so we're like, "Yeah, we'll just wait. It's fine." I mean, I'm a little annoyed at this point, but like, we're there. We're mostly done through it. We just pretty much like go to the finance, get like some solid numbers and sign paperwork kind of deal. and he's just like, "Well, our system just crashed."
Of course it did.
Of course. And so we're like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he's like, you're going to have to come tomorrow. And we're like, fine, let me call my boss. He's like, well, even if you guys can't come at the same time, one can sign paperwork before and one can sign paperwork after. Well, my sister, this is her first car ever.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to get taken advantage of by these salespeople.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm definitely like, no, I'm going to be there when she signs paperwork.
Right, because then that's how she gets, like, snaked.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's just how car dealerships are. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, this is the set price, but you can add all these benefits to it for only, like, $30 more a month.
Like, no.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, $30 more a month on a 72-month contract is like $3,000. I ain't no. It adds up. Well, so we come in the next day and we tell the guy, well, apparently the guy that was selling us the car, so I called my boss in and I can get off anyway. But so we go there, we talk, and we're like, hey, this was our seller. He was telling us this this Ford Focus. And like it takes them like 30 minutes. Like the guy I guess was busy or something. And so like they take like a whole like 30 minutes to get back to us. I'm like, hey, he's busy, but I got the finance guy and we'll just get right to financing. Because that's exactly what all we need to do is just get right to there. And like it takes like another like hour before the guy comes into the waiting room where we're sitting. Now they have a pretty nice waiting room, but it wasn't worth like the wait that we had to do, man.
Yeah.
And so we get over there and of course, you know, he's selling us like all this stuff. Like he's trying to sell so much crap like this, like like this Enviro seal thing that like I guess is pretty much like a wax of your car. It's like supposed to keep it clean and nice for longer.
What?
Yeah, like he's just selling us a bunch of junk, honestly.
Yeah,
and like another warranty and stuff like that. and they're just. I mean, lo and behold, we ended up spending because we got there at 9:30 the next day.
Yeah,
we didn't get out till 1.
Nice.
So we spent.
Did you get the car though?
We did get the car. She only has like she has a $200 a month payment.
That's not bad.
That's
it's
not
a little
bad
bit more than that, but it's like 200. I think it's 211. It's $211.
I mean, for a 2017 or 18 car, like that's pretty good.
Like that's how I'm trying to get a new car. Is like if I could get it priced at like $200 a month, I'd be all about that.
Yeah, it's. She got a really good deal on her car, and I'm pretty happy with it. But we spent from 5:30 to 9 the first day, and then from like 9:30 to 1 the next day.
Nice.
And I had only intended to be late to work. That's what I told my boss. I was like, "Hey, I'm just going to be in during lunch."
Yeah.
No, I didn't get home because we had to go get insurance right after. Because I didn't get home till like 4:30. I was just like, and my job ends at 5. I was like, there's no point at this.
I'm just going home.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But it was ridiculous.
It's a fun day. All right.
Yep.
So let's move on to my Tuesday. Tuesday is probably Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday, I actually don't have anything thinking about it now. Tuesday's a day where it's probably like the least like bad stuff happened. But so I started work, or school started back up on Tuesday. Well, in-server started back up on Tuesday, and it's just a bunch of morning stuff that's just like pointless. We're using this new like teacher tool kind of thing, whatever. I don't know what it is. It helps like kids like if they're ahead in the class, they can like do like other lessons like that'll keep them advanced but still on the same thing. Or if they're behind, it'll push them back and help them out or something. That way you can keep the class. I don't know how to explain it, whatever. But it's pointless for me to use this. I even asked my principal, I was like, hey, am I going to use this at all? And he was like, well, you won't use it for band. You don't have music appreciation. And your computer class is just based on what you do from the University of Oklahoma. So, no. I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, can I go work on my room or something?
Do something productive?
Can I? By me, we'll go in and we'll work on my room. I just probably go play Clash of Clans, to be completely honest. But, so I'm sitting there during this presentation for like, let's see, it started at 9. We got a break we got a lunch break. Mage, you got to do something with your mic. Put it back on the push to talk or something.
Why? What happened?
I'm picking up every time I talk. I'm picking up something from you.
Okay.
And then where was I at? And we got a lunch break. Lunch was actually, what was it? It was, I don't remember. It wasn't that memorable, to be completely honest. And then we come back for like, this lady comes and teaches a master class on this kind of thing. And no, this is the one where we did like the webinar where the dude was like walking us through everything. I'm just still sitting there just like, what do I do?
Why do I have to be here?
Yeah. So, but that was Tuesday. Conan Jones, let me do Wednesday as well. Wednesday's probably the let me do Wednesday as well.
Okay.
So Wednesday hits, okay? Go back to work again in service. Monday, the morning thing, I didn't have to do anything because it was like CPR training. I didn't get picked to do it, so I just worked in my elementary classroom. Got a lot of stuff done, actually. The afternoon, so stupid. I got taught at Google Classroom how to make Google Slides more productive in your classroom or whatever. Like, I don't teach a class on Google Slides and the whole Google programming anyways. So again, I'm just sitting there like, wasting my time, twiddling my thumbs. Literally, me, the PE coach, and the ag teacher were sitting in the back row on our phones about to fall asleep. And the lady was like glaring at us because of it. But so that was useless. But the big thing on Wednesday, and probably like the second biggest thing out of everything, I go and get my oil change. I go and get my oil change for the Walmart. Like I've done ever since I had the car, whatever. It's $20. I'm not messing with it. It's cheaper and faster for them to mess with it than for me.
Yeah.
And go over there, and I get to that Walmart at 3:30, and I'm sitting there. It's like 5:00, and I'm like, yo, my car's been sitting there for a while. What's going on? The store manager of Walmart comes and talks with me and tells me, I'm just like, it wasn't like a regular manager. And it, like, that's how I knew it was a store manager, because he was like kind of dressed up. I was just like, oh man, what's wrong now?
Yeah.
So the what's it called? I forgot what. The drain plug of my drip pan, the last time it got an oil change, it was torqued, and it made it strip out.
They screwed it in too tight and messed
yes, they screwed it in too tight. That's what torque means.
I know. I'm
explaining it. Yes. Anyways, so what they did, I lost my train. Oh, when they were going to change the oil, they just like barely like touched it, and it just fell out, all of it. Like
what you
the
want.
oil, like drain cap and everything. Dude told me that if I would have hit a bump wrong, it would have just locked up my engine, and I would have been donezo.
Man, you dodged a bullet there.
I dodged a bullet there. So, and then like the weird thing is, I had to get a ride home from the store manager of Walmart, and his like beat up like 1990 something car. It was just like he told me to hit it was kind of like how your car was when you had to hit the side to turn the AC on.
Yeah.
And I talked about that in the car. I was like, hey, my buddy had a car like this. I'm used to this. We're back to the Pontiac. But it was so awkward getting like it was cool they gave me a ride home, but it was also really weird giving a ride home, and then the automotive manager gave us a ride the next day. The good thing about all that though, and I guess that's kind of my wins of the week. But anyways, Walmart paid for all of it. They paid for the tow to the place. They paid for it to get fixed. They didn't even make me pay for the oil change. So, that's good.
Yeah.
That's probably the highlight of the week, honestly.
You got all that done for free.
Yeah. Except I didn't have my car for a day.
Yeah. But, did you miss anything while you were...
I missed... So, on Thursday, they went to, like, some tour of Oklahoma thing. I don't know exactly what it meant, but they were going to Oklahoma City, picking up some tour guide lady in Bricktown, and then touring Oklahoma City or something.
Your school did?
Yeah. You know, a town that I grew up in.
Yeah.
You should have been the tour guide.
Yeah, no shit.
And these are the ghettos.
Yeah, it's like this is where Bubbo's Chicken is at. It's really good.
I've literally seen someone shot here.
But no, I didn't really miss much. I even made it from my birthday party the next night. So, like, it was. I got my car back around 4:30, I think, and then I still made it to the Interurban in Yukon in time.
All right.
So that was actually kind of okay. That was probably my win of the week, to be honest. I got one more though, and it's the one that's going to lead us into topic one. Dakota Jones, what is your fail of the week?
So my fail this week, I kind of had a little bit of a lead in. This last week, I've been at that training in Norman.
Right.
I had one of my old students message me and say, "Hey, since you're like back in Oklahoma, we should like meet up and have lunch or something." And
one of your kids before you went to Texas?
Yeah, from my Oklahoma school. And he graduated last year, so that's why I added him on stuff.
Added him on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, he was just kind of he was waiting in my DMs for a while, and I just
that's weird.
Well, because like they found my number for like whenever we did our trips and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I met up with him for a little bit one day during lunch this week, and it was nice getting to talk to him. He said that.
Then why is this the fail of the week?
He said he listens to us sometimes. That he found us.
He found the podcast,
and there it is. That's why it's the fail. I was like, wait, this sounds like a pretty good thing. Oh.
Yeah, so the lady that I used to work with at that school, I guess, was talking about it, and he overheard and found it, and so he made it sound like he hasn't talked with anybody else about it, which is good. Keep it that way.
I mean, we haven't really
No.
Have we said anything lately to
be bad or anything like that?
I don't think we have.
We're pretty tame now.
I mean, back before Mage was here, it was kind of Wild West up in here, I'll be honest. And then Mage was messaging us, "You guys shouldn't cuss anymore." Well, okay, well. Okay. Whatever. Mage ruins our fun.
Yeah. No, but I guess my real fail... Oh, no, this one has a real fail. So, like, we get reimbursed for mileage for driving with DHS, but you have to fill in the request form the correct way. So for each day, you have to do an input. So,
nice.
Yeah.
So you messed that up.
So, well, I did it right for the most part, but there was, like, once I got hired, they didn't really have anything legitimate for me to do. So they just had me drive around Oklahoma City and talk with service providers. So, for like a day, 2 days, all I did was just drive around. So I had a lot of stops.
Right.
The box that they give you to fill in all of the information of where you went and why you went there and all that sort of stuff is limited to like 500 characters. So if you make 3 stops, you're okay. But if you make 4 stops, you're kind of screwed because you have to start with wherever you're starting at, then stop 1, stop 2, etc., then where you're ending at. Then you have to have the name of the place, the address, why you went there, the case number that's associated with it, and like all this information for each stop. It's like, how are you supposed to fit all of this? So I had to like totally redo everything for like a 2-week span of travel stuff that I need to get submitted. So hopefully I can get that in, and that money will pretty much go straight back to my gas tank and to give to Mage for paying for the hotel for the Jamboree where we recorded and still haven't heard anything about.
Hey. All right. I don't need to hear any of your lip. I've had a rough week, all right?
Yeah, but the week before that was not.
The week before that was me studying for my test.
Then you took the wrong one.
Yes. Thank you for reminding. And I passed the wrong one, too, probably.
Probably.
Ghost has had some rough weeks.
All right, let's go. Let's do my last fail. And this is the kind of big one. So we had open house yesterday at the school.
Yeah.
And everyone was coming by. Let's see, how many of my band kids came by? 3, I think.
That's more than normal.
Yeah. So the president. The president of band, whatever, the student led or whatever, band leadership, whatever it is, comes and tells me, he's like, hey, this person quit band. He was the vice president. He was my only woodwind player that I had left.
Yes.
And I'm just like, what? You're kidding me. And yeah, so I don't have any woodwind players at all. And the whole night, I'm just sitting there just dude, I'm so screwed right now. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to sit there. I had all these plans to go to different marching competitions and stuff like that. But I have no woodwinds now. It's what am I supposed to do? And just throughout the whole night, I just keep on getting worse and worse. But then I had one person come in. I had a move in, and this student plays flute, so that's one woodwind, and I'm okay with that. And all my percussionists are still there too, so I still have my 3 percussionists. I'm happy about that too.
You had 17 when I was there.
No, I had 5, but I had 5, but one of them didn't want to do anything, and the other one went to Epic Charter School.
Okay, I got you.
So there's that. But yeah, that immediately jumps into our topic 1 of the week that we're probably at 35 minutes in. What do I do with my band now? Can I take them to still marching competitions with no woodwinds?
Absolutely.
And now you can win. Now you can win marching competitions. No woodwind.
You can win. I'm just taking them to parade marching.
Yeah, it should be an issue.
It's I'm gonna take them to I'm gonna take them to the state fair one. I'm gonna take them to okay, both of you kind of have Conan. I know you have experience for Kanawas. Can I do Kanawas with just parade only?
I believe so.
Is it still a competition for parade only?
Say that again.
Is it a competition still for parade only?
I know they do parade awards. I never did the parade because in high school we weren't graded on parades, and then the school that I taught at, we didn't ever do a parade that was worth practicing for. But because my original goal for this whole semester, or at least until after Swasu's homecoming, was working on parade marching. Yeah.
Because I don't have football to do marching band shows with, so it'd be kind of pointless. Also, if I did marching band, then I would be in renegotiation with my contract because I would not be doing elementary music and marching band. Yeah, but Uh, I I don't know. Like, can I like? It's okay to still take them to like. I think my number is going to be like. I hope in the 15, like around 15. Is that still enough to take to a parade marching competition?
Why not? I'm not really sure.
That's what I'm asking. Like, Conan's kind of like has more expertise in this than I do. So,
as long as the music that you pick is appropriate and parts are covered to the best way that you can.
Okay, so that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. What music do I pick the parade march to?
Something stupid easy.
Like, can I do our fight song? Or is that, like, too easy?
I think your fight song should be part of it.
Yeah, if you're doing, like, the state fair parade, you might find somebody who's actually been to that, because I've been to the state fair twice in my life, and it's never been for anything band-related.
I think I went with you that one time.
I think so.
Yeah. Because we went with your broster.
I think I've only been to the state fair like once. When is the state fair?
We should go to the state fair. Y'all should go to the state fair on September 16th. Take a vacation day from work. For real.
It depends if I have anything built up by then.
Because that's when I'm going to. That's when my band's marching. You come see my band.
Just Monday morning, just go hang out at the state fair.
Yeah.
Go do state fair stuff. Go get me a big old turkey leg.
Heck yeah.
And not an Indian taco from Dan's stupid Indian taco stand, because those are disgusting. The white people Indian tacos, all right?
So, I would talk with somebody who's been to one of those, to that parade.
Well, that's why I'm trying to talk to y'all, but I guess none of y'all can help me out.
I've never been. That's what I'm trying to say. I know I'm awesome, but I'm not omnipotent.
I come to this podcast expecting help from my friends.
I mean, I could just tell you to go F yourself.
That's what you are telling me.
Go F yourself.
That's literally what you're telling me. You're telling me to go talk to Gohu, is what you're telling me right there.
Just call. Just call the committee that's doing it and ask.
No.
Oh, poor millennial can't call on the phone.
Oh my god.
To call who?
Just the committee, the guys that you sign up with. Be like, hey, can I do this?
Did he just call me a millennial?
Honestly, I don't think the people in charge are going to care. But for somebody who's been with that small of a group and
I'm getting so mad that he called me a millennial.
Like,
yeah.
I have somebody in my head that we can talk about after we're over.
Who?
He used
Just type it.
Oh God, I've got too many freaking things open.
Typing's hard. Oh, okay.
He'd probably be a good one to talk to. But
okay.
I mean, once you find something, like, you're not going to find anything that's your grade level that's all brass. So, I mean, you're going to have to rewrite some parts. But
see, the thing is, I don't know if I have, like, enough people to cover parts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're going to have to lose something. But if your music that you pick is simple enough, a lot of it's going to be copy pasta anyway.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, your flutes and your trumpets are copy pasta. Your clarinets and your saxophones and, like, trumpet 2 are copy pasta. Your horn is almost always, if you even have a horn, is the same as the saxophone. The trombone, baritone, tuba are all the same, minus the octave split. And percussion is their own thing.
Like, so here's what we could do. I'm going to have 2 trumpets, probably. I have a trombone. I think I'll have 3 trombones, a baritone, and a tuba for my brass section, I think. So I can put one of the trumpets. I don't know. I could put one of the trumpets on the clarinet part, can't I?
Yeah.
Because it's the same notes.
Because usually like
Is
clarinet
there?
1 and trumpet 1 are copy pasted, but yeah, you can just give the trumpet a clarinet music and they can read it fine.
Yeah. Okay. Um, one of the barretts or one of the barretts. I don't know. The French horn part is his own thing. I got to get him a mellophone though. I don't know what I'll do with the flute part though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on the music you pick. Because like I
Yeah.
said, sometimes for those like grade 1s or grade 0.5, like they're 2 or 3 parts and they're just copy pasted, and
Yeah.
so it just kind of depends. But I'm not really sure what kind of.
I just gotta find music to like parade. I didn't think I was at. So when I think of parade marching, I think of like what we did at like Swansea, that we just did like Oklahoma and the fight song.
Yeah, and which
Yeah, I'm
honestly,
pretty sure that's all we do, really.
So how many pieces do you think I should have like ready
Maybe
to go
like
for it?
maybe like 2, because your students have to memorize it. 2 or 3, maybe.
maybe some sort of
2,
drum cadence.
2 and a cadence. Okay.
I would say your
Yeah,
fight
that's
song
a-
could be one of those, though.
Oh really?
Yeah, I would agree. I'd say like your fight song plus one other, and then,
Okay.
like, yeah, drum cadence.
I got it. Is there a drum cadence for 3 people?
If you got a snare, a bass,
I
and
got a snare, bass, and cymbals. Or should I have them on toms? This person's never done like toms before though.
and maybe toms over bass.
You keep cymbal?
I don't know.
No,
I think that one just depends. I think with the snare and the bass, for the most part, would be okay.
yeah, I would. Yeah, saying that, I would probably do tenor over cymbals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
All
don't-
right.
But yeah, it kind of depends on the piece. I mean,
It also depends on the students. Like, if they can't do it, I'd rather them do something that's less.
I'm pretty
meaningful
sure
than
this
they
person
do.
can't do it. I think she's more comfortable on cymbal than she would be on toms or on tenor.
you might have them try it and just see how it
Yeah.
goes, and if it's a total crash and burn, just have that ejector button ready.
Okay.
And it's something that the student wants to work on. That's also a pretty good learning experience.
Yeah.
Because I think as long as you're going into something like that with the mindset of they're going to use it as a growing experience and we're not going to get first place and win right off the bat,
Yeah.
I think you're going to be way more pleased with the outcome.
Okay. All right. All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Let's go jump into topic 2. Gordon Jones, let's hear it.
So I logged into the PBE yesterday, and they are adding what they are calling Eternals onto each champion. So,
Nice.
yeah. What they are, I just opened everything up. You probably heard it a second ago. So each champion will have, right now, they have 3 goals. Then I guess they are also working on, so this is set 1 that has 3. I guess they're working on another set or 2 to be 3 sets total of challenges for each
Yeah.
champion. So with this first set, there's one that is unique to the champion. So like this first one I clicked on was for Ash. So enemy champions hit with a full stun enchant for the how many
Full
people?
duration.
Yeah, how many people do you hit with their ult? And then like kills, and then slow duration of enemies, champions slowed by abilities, etc. So I was like, okay, I'll kind of look at this. It's on PBE, so you just have like every day you get 3,000 RP to buy stuff and test stuff out.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'll buy a couple of these. Each one of these sets is 850 RP. So it's not quite full $10, but it's pretty much the full $10. So like I was going through, and it adds another, on the left side of your champion picture where you have the raw stats, and then the next one is like the rune page stuff. It adds another little button down there to where it'll pull up your challenge stuff.
Like so, pull up what you're doing and stuff?
Yeah, so it'll be like, all right, so your first one, you've killed 15 people. So that's your counter for that one. Or your second one is like, you've slowed for 2 minutes and 33 seconds worth of time, worth of slow.
Uh-huh.
So then with each, let me see if I can find...
I don't know if this is worth...
Yeah, so it's... I bought. The
more you talk about it, the more I'm just like, yeah, this isn't worth. Like, this should be like
free.
This should be free. This should be included already. This shouldn't be something like, hey, we're gonna nickel and dime you as much as we can because we're Riot Games and we're running out of ideas.
Yeah, like so I bought Kaisa's just to like mess around with.
Yeah.
So I've already, after one game, I got to level 2 for her unique one.
Oh, fancy.
I dealt almost 30,000 damage. That's like 2/3 of the way through the first one, the second one, and then 20 kills, which is about 1/4 of the way through the second tier after one game. So then I guess after you get all the way through all of them, you unlock your personal best. So then it will tell you, oh, in this game, it'll give you like a graph or something. In this game, you did 10,000 damage, but in this one, you did 35,000 damage. And what happened in this game where you only did 3,000 damage? And it's stuff that should be free.
It should be free. You shouldn't have to pay $8.50. That's not even like $5 worth of RP. You have to get the $10 RP to buy it.
Yeah, like
$10 for useless stats.
If you're gonna screw me, at least let me get 2 of them for $10.
Yeah, or take me to dinner first too.
Like spit on it or something. But I don't. It just because at first I was like, okay, I could get down with this because Call of Duty had that like way back in like 2010 when you
had to, your age.
Well, you had to get like 50 kills with the P90 before you got like the camo skin or whatever it was. And you just,
but that was free.
Exactly, and you'd grind it out and it was awesome and you didn't have to pay for it. You paid the $60 for the game and that was it. Like, and then you can get into the online stuff later. That's a whole nother bag of worms, but all of that extra gameplay was just included. And I know League is kind of a weird situation because it's a free, air quotes, free game to play. And it's kind of nickel. That's the whole premise, is to nickel and dime you so you don't have to pay for actual gameplay.
Yeah.
But it's kind of DLC and microtransactions. It's just crappy,
no, it's
man.
Stupid. Like, I don't know why they're trying to like nickel and dime so much. Like it.
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
My biggest issue with it is the price of it, because it sounds pretty cool otherwise. And like if it was just a thing.
Yeah, it gives you challenges to grind. Like, if you're not into the whole rank system, and it's like, okay, I know I'm never gonna get to plat. Like, there's no reason. I'm just gonna dick around. But if like these little step-size goals, like, okay, I can get 15 more kills and then get this emote or whatever the actual prize ends up being. I don't know.
No, I'm with you. It's stupid. I mean, not sure what Rito Games is doing there.
Mage, what do you say?
They gotta make their money, I guess.
I'm not sure what Rito is doing.
Like,
I think, I don't know, the game has lost a little bit of popularity.
Has it?
I mean, it has a pretty big following still, but I think it's lost some users in the last year, like this year, especially with like the Battle Royale games coming out. But so they might be just like inflating the prices a little bit to get their profits back up.
And granted, that's just what they have it on the PBE. Hopefully, It's not.
Right, and you can complain enough about that price for what it is.
Yeah.
and I think they might bring it out different because like everything that it gives you, I think it's neat. I just don't think it's worth the $10 for one single character.
No,
you know?
it's definitely not worth that $10. Like that's
they had posted a link on the main page, and they were talking about the amount of work that had to go into getting all of those systems to work and talk to each other correctly and all that sort of stuff. And with the amount of work it took, they couldn't justify not charging for it.
See, that's stupid.
I'm just like,
it's not. It doesn't take that much effort.
You added a counter.
To be honest.
Like
exactly. Like it's right. What are you doing?
Like, I don't know if it takes more just to get that counter on the screen in game in real time, but it's like that's not even the whole point. Like, if I know I'm grinding this, I know I need 20 more kills until I get this skin or whatever the prize is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they could easily just take the counter off.
Yeah, like just give me the after the game stats, give it a second to load up and refresh, and then be done with it. But yeah,
it definitely needs to lower in cost. Like even if they do charge for it when it comes out, and it's probably not just like the developers that decide that. There's probably a whole bunch of like their financial department and everything else. Like, hey, is this going to be profit worthy in some way? Because it's a business. There's a lot of people involved.
Yeah,
but like it. Just like from a consumer, like I'm not going to buy that for $10. I just don't think.
Yeah,
I just don't
I'm
the value.
Like it's stupid. Like there's no value in it. Like,
well, I see the value in it because I think it's a fun, interesting concept that will add some spice to the game. But I just don't see that value being $10 worthy.
Yeah, definitely not.
Like I would say, like 1 to 5, like what you said, Ghost. Like you said, like. At least like $5 per character or something like, and that's pushing it. I think for me, but
I think this should be free. Like there's in no world should this be anything because it's not that it's not that hard to put a counter on there. Whatever they're like crying around, but oh man, I wish people would pay for our stuff. Blah blah blah. There's no world that this is like okay.
Oh, I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like, I think it should be free too because I think that would bring more people into the game. Because I think, like I said, I think it brings some spice to some like the gameplay hasn't changed all that much. Just the characters, like the game hasn't really changed.
It hasn't at all. The game,
and I think that will bring some spice to the game. Like just like hey, some personal challenges on top of like ranking up or whatever. But I think like if I don't really understand why it is pay because if it's because if it's free then it brings more people back to it that have left or and the like quality of life thing like keeps people involved and the more people you have playing the game the more people are gonna be willing to buy like skins and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's and just investment.
Like this is such a turn off to the game. Like they're trying to make things like more. They're trying to justify it in the most like
business
shadiest way possible.
Yeah.
To where like I have no sympathy, no care at all for like this at all. Like I have like no care for it. Like not like I don't even like I even kind of hate talking about it because it just seems pointless to me. To be honest.
I mean, it is on the PvE too, so
yeah. So hopefully, by the time it makes it to the live servers, something will change. But I don't really anticipate that happening.
Yeah, it probably won't.
Conan, go complain about it.
I will.
You'll be like, "Hey,
Conan, be the word of reason. You go complain about it, okay?
Let them know.
Doing the Lord's work.
That they are wrong. Do the Lord's work." Okay, because Lord knows that no one else is going to do it. Because Riot Games sucks. But
all right, that's about what I had there.
Don't is the answer to that one. Just don't do it.
Don't
Buy it. Don't worry about it. Don't do a thing with it. Okay.
No pre-orders.
Don't pre-order Destiny. Okay.
Never pre-order any game, honestly.
Yeah, don't pre-order games. Like you heard about the dude with you hear about Anthem's dude? He quit the game. Like he quit developing it.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about either.
Anthem's lead developer quit the game.
Oh, like not making any more updates to it at all?
Yeah, he like quit like to go to another project or whatever.
I mean,
like BioWare is done.
It's kind of like just the nail in the coffin.
It's
really a shame. Anthem looked like it was going to be a good project, but man, BioWare used to be such a good company. What happened?
EA.
Fair enough.
EA is what happened.
Well, speaking of EA, though, so Angry Joe posted like an update to Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
And the improvements that they made for that game look really good.
Does it?
Yeah, like I'm tempted because I think it's like on sale right now for pretty cheap. Like on PC, I think it's like $5.
Yeah.
And like they have a whole bunch of just free extra content now. It's just nobody's playing it.
Because no one wants to play.
So like I will give EA that. Like they kept up with that their Battlefront team or their Star Wars team really kept up with that game because I was watching his review and he was showing everything and he was showing his gameplay.
Yeah.
And it looked like a lot of fun, honestly. And I think it's definitely worth $5 if that's how much it costs right now.
I mean, Disney was probably not very happy with EA. Like, and if there's somebody you don't want to piss off, it's Disney. Like,
yeah,
that's true.
Like, I think if EA has any more Star Wars flops, that they might lose their license for Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised they haven't lost it.
I hope they do. I really hope they do. I want to play a good Star Wars game.
I do.
Did you name the last good Star Wars game?
Yeah, we already did. It was the last Battlefront 2.
Knights of the Old Republic 2. No, Star Wars The Force Unleashed was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
It was fun. I mean, it didn't make it. It's not canon, but it was fun.
It wasn't that good of a game. Mate, God damn it.
Maybe nostalgia.
I think that's exactly what it was. Because in no world was that game any good. Like, that game was...
It's a good Star Wars game has come out, though. Star Wars Jedi Academy. That was fun. Jedi
yeah,
Academy
that's a lot. Yeah, that's the last one I think I remember is like that one being the last like good one.
I think those were on like the original Xbox, weren't they?
I don't remember. We're grasping at straws here.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Star Wars Rebel Commandos.
I remember that game. That was a good.
I don't know. There was a lot of good Star Wars games back when LucasArts was out.
Was there?
Dude. Yeah, man. They had Battlefront 2, the 2 KOTOR games, Star Wars Rebel Commando.
I remember this really awful game. It was like a Star Wars Tekken game. I forgot what it was called, but it was awful. Like, I don't know why people like played this game. It was that bad.
I mean, I remember the Star Wars games on the Super Nintendo. Like, about the original trilogy. Man, I love those. Those were good.
I don't remember that one.
Star Wars Bounty Hunter was pretty good.
I liked Bounty Hunter.
I remember that. I remember that one.
Yeah, about Jango Fett and everything. That was really fun.
I remember that one.
I liked it. It's like expansive universe thing. Star Wars Dark Forces, was that it was the one about the bounty hunter That's like a friend of Han Solo or something. It was on the Nintendo 64.
I don't remember that one. I remember Rogue Squadron. That was a
Rogue
good
Squadron
one.
was good.
Rogue Squadron.
They need to make another one of that.
They do. Those were good games. Like those are the kind of games that we need from them.
Yeah, like ship fights are awesome.
Yeah, that's always a good way to go with ship fights.
Dude, I can name. There's a bunch of Star Wars games.
I miss good Star Wars games.
The Old Republic's pretty good, like the MMO.
Yeah. Oh,
I think.
Nah, I've never played the MMO.
Yeah.
thought we
that
were
one's
talking
still being
about,
updated. Like they still have a bunch of stuff coming out and everything.
Do they? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know anything about the MMO.
Well, it's pretty cool. Like you can play free to play up to like level 50.
Yeah.
And, like, they have a bunch of like characters, and each one has their own story. So you're able to play through the characters, like your class story. It's not really a character, but you have the specific classes and stuff.
Yeah.
You're able to play through the class story, but like everything after that is that you have to pay for, kind of deal, like a regular MMO.
Yeah.
But I actually watched a video on an update on it, and just like talking about the Old Republic. It looked really good. Like it was like they have some really cool cinematics too, like kind of like Blizzard type cinematics. Like they're like gets you really hyped about it.
Yeah, I've seen those. I know what you're talking about with that. Those are really cool.
I love Star Wars though. Like,
I do too, but man, they've kind of ruined Star Wars games.
Yeah, Disney's kind of ruined like the X. I don't know. They've done some weird stuff with the Star Wars license.
Like Star Wars games are just kind of like.
Yeah, right now I'm hoping for another one. Like there's a Star Wars game coming out pretty soon, but honestly, it just kind of looked like Uncharted, but with lightsabers.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for that. That looks cool. I hope they don't ruin
I don't know. I think it looks okay. All right, I'm gonna wait and see on that one.
Yeah,
like I've been burned too many times by the other Star Wars games.
That's fair. That's very fair. That's very fair.
But
it's okay to be scared about that. Like, I can't even get mad at that one. Like,
it's like, now I'm flinching about it. Like, it's like,
no, you're completely understandable, dude. Like,
but I hope it's good. And the story seems neat. So, I hope that one is successful. I just want some good Star Wars games to come out.
I think that's all anybody wants is that.
Just help the world out.
I feel like it's been like 10 years since like the last good Star Wars game, to be completely honest.
Right. There needs to be some good, solid Star Wars content to come out.
Yes, please. Don't make us beg. Please let there be some good Star Wars game coming out soon. Sometime. There has to be something. It can't just be like absolute trash in the future for Star Wars. Give us something.
It'll
Please.
get worse before it gets better.
I need something.
I'm not sure how it could get worse, Conan. It's pretty bad right
You're
now.
You're poking the bear. It's gonna get worse now.
The well is pretty dry.
I mean, you're right. The well is dry.
Oh man, I'm such a fan of Star Wars too. So
I am too, but
it's been a couple years of disappointment. Not gonna lie. So let's get this show rolling. I want some good Star Wars.
Maybe one day we'll get a good Star Wars game.
Maybe one day.
I believe.
But today is not that day.
Today is not that day.
So, all right, want to move on?
All right.
We're sitting
Let's see what
an hour 5.
Nice. All right. What have you been playing this week, Mage?
All right. Well, what was it? Last week I beat Celeste. And this week, I don't know. It's been kind of a busy week. I've been watching more Netflix than I have been playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
I did download Marvel Strike Force for my phone. I used to play that a long time ago. It's one of those grindy type games. It's a turn-based grind RPG type thing.
Yeah, I don't really know much about those, to be honest.
I mean, this one, I used to play it a whole lot when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
But for a free-to-play player, if I hadn't played a whole lot before, like I wouldn't be there's no incentive for new people to start, if that makes sense. Like there's no way for you to catch up with all the people that have everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been like I'm kind of pretty low to mid area. If I hadn't played at all and just downloaded it brand new, I would be really struggle bussing right now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
The game's fun, but I think it needs some quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of buggy. So.
What game was it?
Marvel Strike Force.
Okay.
It's a cell phone game.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's with like any cell phone game, that they're just kind of like there. They're not really like they put really much effort into it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. It's definitely something to pass the time.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Well, Tony Jones, what have you been playing this week?
I started a new campaign of The Witcher. I was going through Steam, and I was like, what have I not played in a long time? Mm-hmm. And that I was like, I could get down on some Witcher. So I started a new one. So I started at like the very beginning and like doing all the tutorials and getting back into it. And I started at the third difficulty, and I already had to bump it down in the tutorial area. I just kept dying, and I was like, I ain't about this life.
Nice.
Fun times.
Yeah. But I'm really hoping that Cyberpunk is on the same level as The Witcher.
I don't think
so. Well, man, it looks so good, the Cyberpunk.
But that's me being negative on it.
Like, I think I saw somewhere that the recommended minimum specs are like a 2060.
Oof.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, oh, big oof. Because
my poor 1080 ain't gonna do it.
That's the minimum is a 2060?
I think. Don't quote me on that.
There's no way that's a...
But I was like, my 750 is like in here sweating bullets.
Oh, jeez. You gotta get one of those 2080.
Jeez.
Go high. Go hard.
Yeah.
Get a 2080.
Ghost, are you looking for it?
No, I'm not. I'm playing Teamfight Tactics.
Oh, okay. Thanks for contributing to the podcast.
Well, I don't know anything about the Cyberpunk. Like, I'm not interested in this game. That is y'all's game, not mine. Don't be getting all uppity with me.
What minimum?
That is y'all's game.
Specs.
I wonder how it
video card GTX 1080 Ti.
Oh, is the minimum specs that 1080 Ti?
Yeah, 1080. With a
okay, well that's not.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
An i7 8700K, 16 gigs of RAM, pixel shader.
Just to play it?
Yeah. Here are the minimum Cyberpunk requirements.
Oh wow.
16 gigabytes of RAM just to play this game.
16.
No, this game's not worth it. Pack it up, boys. This game is not worth it. Dud of the year. Calling it now.
Need some high specs.
It's dud of the year, okay?
It's the new Cry engine.
It's done.
What was the one that they always use to benchmark stuff? It was a game they used to benchmark graphic cards. Nothing? Crickets?
I don't remember at all.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
No, I really don't.
Okay. Man, you're gonna make me do that. Ghost, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Final Fantasy. It's been really not really that much because I've been working, but not really that much to be honest, because just I've been working so much. But I did get it'll kind of come up my win of the week. But I did find another group to be with, so I'm looking forward to that. We're actually raiding tonight at 9:00, so I'm hearing about a little bit in an hour or so.
I thought you raided last night.
It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh.
From 9 to 11.
What are you gonna do when your football games start?
I don't have football games.
Oh, you don't?
At my school, we don't have football.
No, your brother.
Well,
is that what Mage was talking? I don't. Never mind.
I really thought that he had football, but your brother's a valid point.
Yeah, my brother has morning football, but then I go to OU games.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, season tickets, don't you?
Yeah. So then,
that's nice.
So I think the first one is on the first. That one is on a Sunday, so I don't have to worry about that. But I honestly don't like going to night games. I'm weird about it. That I just kind of want to sit at home and watch the game. Well, especially if it's against it's South Dakota, I think. Is the first night is the September 7th game. And I really just don't want to go to. Why? Do you want to buy my ticket?
Yeah, sure.
You can if you want. It's face value.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
If you're not going to use it,
because there's also one I already know I can't go. I have to go to a wedding the day. It's on October 19th against West Virginia.
Shoot, we'll talk. West Virginia game's a good game.
Country
all right.
Roads.
Take me home, West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
I hate
West
Virginia. The state.
I've never been. The farthest east I've been is the farthest east I've been is Miami, but the farthest northeast I've been is Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Hey, I've never been to Michigan. The farthest east I've been, I guess, Washington D.C.
What's the eastmost thing in the United States?
Somewhere in Maine, probably.
Yeah, probably.
What is the eastern? I thought it was
Florida.
Miami.
Fix that a little bit.
Eastern part. What is the most eastern part of the United States? Oh, you're right. Sail Rock off West Cuddy Head, Maine. What?
I would like to go to Maine sometime. I heard they have really good seafood.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Fresh fish.
The most eastern part of North America is actually west of Alaska, because Alaska crosses the Grand.
That doesn't count.
That does count.
No.
It counts because that's on the east. It's on a different hemisphere.
Doesn't count.
I forgot that actually is a thing.
Because the Earth is round.
Yeah. I forgot. That does count. Is it the prime meridian? Is that what it is?
No, the prime meridian. Yeah, actually, it is prime meridian.
Okay. So we were all wrong. Look at us go. All right.
I was like, it might be somewhere in Florida, because Florida also jets out a little bit.
So that's what I was thinking too. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into our wins of the week. Paige, what is your win of the week?
My win. Let me look it up again real quick.
It's okay.
My win of the week is getting paid. Payday was this week.
Hey,
why did you write that on the script? What
did I write?
What did you do to get paid?
I didn't do anything. I woke up and got paid normally.
No,
But it says getting paid for being a
B word.
Oh, I didn't write that part.
I didn't write that part either.
I didn't write it.
Like, usually I take credit for, like, making fun of you, but this one isn't for me.
I definitely did not write that. So
That was not me.
one of you
like,
guys is lying.
No, like, 100% not me.
It's probably Conan.
It was-
I think it is Conan, because Conan's the one that brought it up.
Yeah.
So I think it was Conan.
You caught the tater. All right, it's my
It's
turn.
because he's upset.
Conan's a bad liar, if you guys haven't really podcast.
Yeah, over dumb stuff.
Alright, go ahead, Conan.
All right, so I'm in training, and the ladies were talking to us, and one of the big things they kind of hit home right off the bat is we have to use the language that the people and families that we talk to and interact with, the words that they use, we have to use also. So the stories they kind of told, they're like, if a 3-year-old, refers to, like, talking about his penis, that's the word you have to use back. Or if it's like something that's air quotes more vulgar, like, you have to use that language with them because that's what they're used to, So we've got...
So basically they're telling you to cuss at kids?
Oh yeah, if the kids cuss, you gotta cuss right back because that's what they know it as. They don't know it as another language.
The way that
What?
because the way that each one of us is raised is based on our parents, and our perceptions of how people should be raised are biases. And just because we think the F word is a bad word because that's how we were raised doesn't mean that child thinks that that's a bad word, because that might not be how they were raised.
I want to cuss at kids. Let me be in DHS.
Like, this might be the best part because I couldn't cuss at kids being a teacher. I wanted to every damn day.
Yes. Oh my God.
So,
To be fair, though, it's not really cussing at kids; it's cussing with kids.
yeah.
But you can just sit there and shoot shit with a little 3-year-old. All right, that's a.
Not quite.
It's not quite that way.
So anyway, like,
maybe cut that out.
yeah, she was telling us these stories and was like, okay, so you have to use the same language. So she said that, you guys need to be comfortable using this language with a small child if they use it. So she's like, I had to drive in my car for like 3 weeks, and I had to work on saying some of these words to myself before I could even say it in a group.
Yeah, yeet.
So we have a guy in there in our class who is a pastor. And
what's up, fellow kids?
Yes, and he does not cuss at all.
Oh my God!
So he's having a hard time with this whole deal. So we were in class, and they have the system set up with like the projector stuff, so she can see what we're all doing on our computers while she's lecturing. And she had said something.
So you can't be on mini clips or anything like that.
Yeah, so she had said something along the lines of, I can see that you're writing a letter to your neighbor saying that I'm a bitch, and
What?
Oh yeah, our lady is like super chill, and so kind of went about it, and this dude later kind of apologized, kind of joking around. I was like, oh, I'm sorry for writing the letter, calling you a B word. And she just looked him dead in the eyes and said, don't be a pussy and call me a bitch in front of the whole class. And I just, I lost my mind. I lost it. And it's like, this is...
I just love that this guy is
wait, so the pastor
in class.
God bless.
Because
what a class act. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, because he just thought it was funny. So
in class, calling this lady out about the bitch.
Well, because he was just joking, and because I think she was too. I don't think anybody was actually doing that. I think he was just trying to be a smartass, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry for writing the letter, ha 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 ha, and she just called his BS and threw it
That's
right back at
hilarious.
him. Oh, dude, I was rolling. It was so good. That was the best thing that happened this week.
That's pretty hilarious.
That's god damn, that's stupid.
Yes.
But funny. My win of the week already kind of covered it, kind of, with Walmart paying for my car and finding a new free company to raid with. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. They seem like pretty nice people, and I feel like they're not going to replace me in the middle of the night. So
get broke up with over text.
Right? Oh, I got heated again. Okay, I had a couple of my friends from the from my old raiding group message me. He's like, "Oh, why did you leave? Why did you leave?" And I just
block.
No. I've told them the exact reason why I left and why they were all shocked on why I left. So I hope I caused some drama leaving.
Because hey, I didn't leave. I got kicked out.
Let's say I left. I got kicked, dude. I got replaced, and I was not gonna sit there and be someone else's I'm first chair. All right, I don't play second tuba to nobody else. Okay, I'm first chair. All right. I found their title.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, that's why I left. And but then I found a new one. They seem pretty cool. I'll find out tonight if they're actually cool or not. So we'll hear more about it next week.
We wait with bated breath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. Thank you guys again, or thank you guys very much for listening. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at lowscalegaming. If you have a question or a subject you want us to talk about on our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. But thank you guys again, and remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow.